So here we are with game number 1. We're not using Capture Rage because I cannot be bothered with this bugs today. We have Stefan as the Goss and Terror as the Ethiopians, Terror aka John Slow. I've just got him as Terror on the scoreboard. They played quite a few games and this is effectively the set of their games. As I said, we're going to kiss Ereon on this. Not sure how fast he likes it, but here we go. Stefan, great 2k forward player. Terror, 2k1, 2k3, depending on his luck on the day. It's quite an interesting sim match as the Ethiopians versus the Goths. Of course, Goths can murder the Ethiopian Arbalest with the Huskarl, but, you know, show tells. If you could afford them, which frankly, it's quite difficult to. And they could kind of find themselves getting absolutely shredded. It's quite difficult for the Ethiopians to try and deal with the combination without hand cannoneers, but they have such a good economy. If they attack early, then they could pretty effectively win. Terror's on the way to Castle Age. He's going to be out one villager faster than Stefan. Stefan, yep, is indeed one villager higher. Looks like he's also going to go for probably adding a monastery, going to go get some relics in the 3 TCs at the same time. Well, 2 TCs for a 3 TC boom. Terror doing his usual 25 plus 2 3 TC boom. Does it every single game. It's frankly annoys me when I try and play with him. It's just the same stuff over and over again. So it looks like on the Relic Warriors, gonna see Stefan winning. He's gonna be able to snap this relic. 3-2. It's a pretty good ratio of your Terror. You're not trying that hard to get your relics, then getting away with 2 is not bad, but then again, Stefan didn't really invest into either. And in Siege Workshop Mangonel, I mean, he's already ready to click up. 25 minutes to get a Mangonel. Might even be able to do something about this third castle. Maybe not. Nice to deal with the show tells. He's going to get his own castle. Terror is already Imperial Age. He's able to make trousers. He's able to deal with that. So Stefan going to research Anarchy. Probably the most important thing for Stefan to do is to research Anarchy. Otherwise, Huskarl's not exactly going to be a viable thing. Terror could have done a lot of damage, but he had to retreat from that. So what's going on over here? We're seeing Stefan with a lot of champions trying to break in. Lots and lots of... Oh, well, Shota's getting absolutely shredded with the champions. Champions are going to be very cost effective. They're going to die very quickly, but the Shotas are just so expensive. He's got 2k gold in the bank. Whereas Terror is kind of spending all his resources with these 2 castles alone. He's going to start cleaning up some over here, but the sneak from the Goths is always going to be really strong when they've got the techs. Yeah, we see Stefan at 200 plus population and we see John Slow at only 150. Can't believe we casted the game that quickly. Not entirely sure if that's how Ereon does it. I think Ereon might be one step slower, but I'm not complaining too much. That was interesting meta game. We didn't see anything too out of the usual there. Just quick look at achievements. Let me just put my specs on because it just dawned on me that I can't actually read without them. 92 special, pretty both of them have equal units killed and equal units lost and equal units converted. That's I could take a screenshot of that actually, that's quite interesting. Just making a quick note of that. So what are we on the score? I mean, we have Stefan winning with a quite clear win. He is our top player, so we can update that score. I'm not yet using our automatic score updater. We're going to go swiftly into game number 2. Game number 2, we have Koreans vs the Slavs. I'm going to be slowing this one down there because I want to see what's going to happen. We are looking at Koreans, obviously the crush, they could do whatnot, but they have a decent late game because they have the really good onagers. At the same time as they have, you know, hand cannoneers, they have champion in case they need it against certain units. They have decently strong units overall really, especially with bombard cannons and the really nice, easy to get bombard towers. You can see lots of things in the Koreans in the late game, it's just they have no eco bonus to get there. Slavs are the opposite, they have one of the best economy bonuses to get to the late game. Absolutely strong save. We have Terror doing his surprisingly higher up pop this time, except now he's going to be going scouts. It's just a way to take map control, especially when your map is this bad, you don't really have access to resources. Stefan pitches even in the slightest, and you're kind of GG with this map. Gonna see what happens. Looks like Stefan's just gonna be booming though. Terror upped himself quite late for scouts. No huge benefit to doing that though, because obviously he's not behind in the boom. He Slavs though, so he's gonna be able to catch up with it. I mean, Stefan is already 52 villagers ahead, 54, 55. He is miles ahead in the game. He's even able to protect his main stone with the guard tower here, and second stone even quite safe. Siege Workshop, we see Mangonel. We're seeing standard 3TC boom into Imp, making Mangonel as you go up, kind of shenanigans. 5 relics for Terror, that's a lot for the Slavs. Lots of gold for Slavs, as well as their food. It allows you to make lots of different units for very low villager economy. War wagons and guard towers. Okay, interesting. I could definitely see how war wagons could really beat the Slavs trying to go with infantry before they get onagers. But no, we're seeing capped rams. Capped ram is... it's interesting. Don't see a thinking behind here. I actually do think that... I'm gonna slow this one down just a little bit. Oh, it looks like Terror already has better champions and equal numbers, if not more. He's now taking a lot of the resources back in his... he's taking the outside first anyway. 120 villagers to 91. I mean, that's a really significant economy advantage for Stefan. Outside resources are not looking too good. Stefan does have like a godlike map though. Yeah, main gold, second gold, and other second gold all safe in the back. It's really nice. Bomb mechanic is going to be pretty huge here against obviously Slav trying to go onager, that kind of thing. Blast furnace coming from Terror. He's going to have those fully upgraded champions, which are one step better than Koreans. They might suffer a little bit to the towers, so the towers can actually do decent damage to the champions. Why is Terror calling the GG? Terror has more champions and a lot more resources. Why would you GG with that many resources, this many production buildings, and this many troops? I don't understand. Terror with the premature GG. 2-1 for 2-0 for Stefan, but come on, Terror. I think Terror's the anti-Dark Noob. No, it's a beat him religiously, but Dark Noob never resigns. Terror resigns too easily. And 2 interesting achievements, but Terror was definitely... he wasn't behind. He wasn't ahead, but he wasn't significantly behind to mention. Here we're moving on to game number 3. The overlay disappeared there. Aztecs against Celts, how do you win this one? Kinda a lot of scorpions and just something to take advantages. You could kind of win this one full siege, it's not really going to work. And don't forget, Celts do have heresy, but obviously early on that's not going to be a huge issue. You don't want Aztecs converting anything you have in general. So obviously, if Stefan wants to go aggressive with Aztecs, then sure, let him go aggressive. From would start. I'm not seeing a trust from either player here. It is 900 HP walls map. Surprised no trust from Terror, but there he is. He's going his 25+2. He's going to boom into what? I mean, I say full siege, like Scorpion Onager review just was crazy enough. But I don't know. The Aztecs do have really good boom as well. Good economy, 28+2. Without food. Oh, lots of gold. Is he going to fast temper? Is he going to go for a really heavy and double monster opening into a 3TC boom? Okay. Didn't realize he was already up there. Double monster opening, not for a smush. He should be able to get at least a couple of converts in. Even being able to snipe a relic because of the sanctity and the extra bonus. Let me just slow this down a little bit. 55 HP. He has one more upgrade. Oh, he has fervor. I've never seen anyone get fervor that fast before. Maybe he did it to snipe an extra survival of a hit. That's interesting, I haven't seen that one before. Both players on equal boom, of course. Terror didn't open with the map control strategy, he went for a straight boom and he is behind. You see a Ram and a Mangonel and quite a few monks coming up, even a forward castle. This is going to be quite a fast in from Stefan because he's going to be up at 28-46. Concerning aggression, it's not too bad compared to Terror's only slightly faster up. So what's the deal here? Is he going to just try and outmass enough Wold Raiders and then just go full siege ram until it works? Yes, there we go. The Jaguars are coming in though, and that's a lot of Jags. They're going to rip apart those Wolds. Indeed. I mean, already elite as well. It's always a really nice one to see Jaguars being pulled off in a game, and it definitely worked out really well here. The monks would have been not enough, but they would have converted a decent amount anyway. The Rams would still be quite difficult to deal with. 4 relics though, Terra managed to nab 1. Interesting. I guess maybe he was just hoping to go for enough Wood Raiders that they couldn't be converted. Seeing Jaguars again from Aztecs is not too usual. Having 2 castles and building a 3 is also... At 32 minutes from Aztecs you wouldn't really expect it, but against Celts, you know, I suppose you would. What can they really do against full Jaguars? Scorpions is not going to work too well when they've got their siege hunters and you can't really make your own because obviously the monks. Terror with the lower villager count in the end. And General Barrow Conway forced Fan by quite a hefty margin, especially on the gold, because, well, partly the relic gold. What's relic gold? Yeah, extra 1.5k. I know there's an arena TG right now that I actually want to jump into, so. Goss vs Byzantines, Stefan, what are you going to do? What are you going to have happen to you? Terror going to Trush, because I kind of want to see him Trush just to see what he's going to do. Interesting start, quite delayed, quite a lot of idle time. Not a Trush from Terror by the looks of it. He's going to boom his Byzantines into what, hand cannoneers? 25 plus 2 every single game. This guy. Stefan has 4 farms, that's interesting. Just kind of go for a higher up pop boom. I mean, I would expect to be going scouts at this rate, but 5 on gold, is that planning double monastery? Because, you know, it's Goss, not ideal. No, oh, I didn't see him on the gold, stone. He's going Huskarl defense against the monks. He's really going to need Anarchy here though, if he wants to plan this one out. It's going to be pretty difficult. It's a lot of siege from Terror able to break in. Not a lot of monks though, he's 3 monastery but not really making the monks. We see Lightcav coming in. Of course the Lightcav are going to be able to come and snipe the monks. Huskarl's going to be able to kill both the Mangonels and the Lightcav when they get converted. And the monks won't have any faith because they converted the Lightcav. Quite difficult one for Terror to try and fight, but he was only 6 villagers behind. He does have a decent late game, of course. He is Byzantines. Don't forget I have seen Terror pull off Cataphracts in 1v1s before. 6 on stone actually. Was he planning the forward castle? He could have aimed really fast with this build. And then what? Hand cannoneers maybe? Maybe just better monks, illumination, block printing to try and convert that. Yeah, it's as Drown started saying, it's a really strong move to make Light Cav as well as another kind of unit that can kill the Light Cav as well as the monks. Because obviously, even if you Light Cav get converted, if you lose the fight to pikes or whatever, you could always just bring in your Wood Raiders or whatever. Woods is the most common when I see it, because Celts, as soon as they get heresy, they could just do Light Cav and they don't even really need Woods, but they can make Woods anyway, and they can generally win against monks. Nice move. Again, I'm not sure why Terror he just didn't seem to have that many monks for going triple monastery. I guess maybe it's just focusing a bit more on the siege, but obviously when you're going to expect Huskarls and Lightcav to come in, that's a little bit dangerous to do. Let's quickly update the score once again. Nothing interesting to see there. What the hell did I just click? I think I just Titanicked my game completely. Did Vibbly just crash on me? Nice. Just Vibbly things. I'll just force close this in the task manager and reopen it. Vibbly not responding, suck my fat one. Let's go to tournament lobby 2, that way people won't keep joining our game. I'll click the right button one of these days. What even is today's date? I've forgotten already. What, we game 5 now? Oof, only 2 more games to go. Here we have Malians against Burmese. I definitely immediately favour Malians in this matchup. I've never been much of a fan of Malian late game, but that's just simply because I don't like Jack of all trades, master of none civs. Incas are master of all though, so it's why I like Incas so much. Burmese I'm not a big fan of, but I just don't like doing 1TCU strats. I avoid FCUU if I can. Even as Turks I try and avoid it, just simply because I can't be bothered. What is Stefan going to do as Burmese? Well, he can quite easily do a lot of things. Going monks is maybe not the widest today against the Malians. Malians do have monks with atonement of their own, and also they do have heresy. His illumination is the one they're missing, which is only significant if doing a late game smash. But we're seeing a trust here from Terror, and he can hop through there. I think. I thought he could. Perhaps not. You see a defense here from Stefan, losing his scout and a villager. I mean, Stefan is significantly behind, but he's now encapsulated. He now has Loom. This is defended. We're going to see Terror just trying to buy his way up. Probably aim to build a castle, I don't know. Stefan, is he on stone anywhere? I don't see him on stone. Oh, those are stones, of course. He's gonna have some pretty... He's gonna have a pretty hard time attacking this. I mean, we already see guard tower from the Malian player. Wheelbarrow coming up. We are seeing something being massed. It's just gone full Mangonella at this point. Not much is gonna come out of this. We see double launch straight, and we see 5 relics have just come in. 4 and 1 more has disappeared off the map. That's over there. That's already a lot of relics, and these Mangonellas are going to get converted. Caballos aren't even that good against monks. TC is down. We see Imperial Age from Stefan. He certainly tried to make that one work. Sees Tower Caballos from Terror. I mean, he's not a micro legend, but it seems to be working for him. Stefan is millions of villagers ahead. Just going to slow this one down because I just want to keep track of what the hell is going on here. Another castle from Stefan. He's going to be able to trip this whole forward down absolutely no problem. The Gabeos here are going to be really quite a big problem actually. The Terror missed microwave and losing half his Gabeos. No, Terror, don't do this to us. And the dream is over. Terror Gaberos is over, and I think Terror's probably going to GG at this point. Stefan TC up here, tower over here. He's really taking the map. Don't know what that TC was taking though. Yeah, Stefan went out on the map. That's quite the move you want to make. I mean, it seemed like a decent trust from Terror, but it was never going to work. Resources collected are just bigger for everything for Stefan, very significantly, except just stone. 2 castles worth more stone for Terror, even though he didn't really have much at a certain point. Yep, decent FC time from Very significant villager advantage, and of course the relics are a big help for him. You can buy anything if you manage to, just remember to collect yourself the relics. No one saw anything. So here we have game number 6 last in the series. We have Magyars against the Vikings. Interesting map here from last time I cast this. I confused this as Stefan, but this one is Terror. Terror has he has an okay map. He has a back second stone, not so great mains. He does have a back stone though, just in case he needs it. As Vikings, sure, you're probably going to want to go Zerks at some point against Magyars. Zerks are very anti-cavalry when you get the Chieftain's technology. Stefan here, not the worst map. I mean, he has a safe stone and a safe-ish, but not so great main gold. So we're going to see here, I mean, archery range opening for Magyars is a little bit unusual. Did I just see Stefan get a very, very early, what's called, the lumber camp upgrade? Interesting. 3 TCs for both players though. He's quite invested in his map control over here, going cavalry archers. 3 TCs for Terror as well. I also said that I would stop moving my camera around as much, but it's quite difficult to do when you're trying to keep up with this map. 3 relics for Stefan, none for Terror. Are we going to see 5 for Stefan? No, Terror's going to manage to grab one. Castle coming up, and it looks like Stefan passed it, so should have scouted it. He's going to get a little picks around here. He's going to get a little bit of damage. Lots of berserks coming up though. Cavalry archers already have Bodkin arrow. Terror's going to imp, but Stefan soon following. He's going the longsword line. Longswords is a meat shield against berserk, siege ram, and the cavalry archers behind should be able to snipe all the units. Just going to speed this up just a little bit compared to normal. Terror is notoriously good at winning treb wars because he just keeps his trebs repaired, but he's got this treb in full view of a mangonel, which is not exactly ideal. 1 treb going down. We still have 3 here from Stefan. Stefan is going for the treb snipes apparently. Interesting. But getting 2 down is a big help when you're against 3. The champions should get shredded by the berserks, but they're not quite fully upgraded, but they're still good. These are as fully upgraded as Magyar champions get. I believe Magyars are the ones that are missing squires. Yeah. And the Zerks are going. Terror's probably going to call it GG when he loses them all. Cavalry archers is such a big help from behind. I mean, for some reason Overlay still hasn't even caught up with champion. I'm not even sure that it counts for conscription at this point. Full Magyar champion to beat the Vikings is definitely an interesting decision, but there's enough cavalry archers behind to make it work because obviously he just needs a few upgrades. I mean, you could already afford Bracer and you could almost afford chemistry after that. So you could really get these things really well upgraded to kill the berserks. That was a really nice mangonel save. And the Zerks are just kind of getting really sniped. Even the monk is helping out by healing. So what are we going to see? We're seeing scorpions. Heavy scorpion already researching. Iron casting. So there's going to be berserks with scorpions behind, which is going to be really strong, but the cavalry archers should be, once the upgrades come in, should be really strong. Brace are already in though. I'm a little bit surprised that there's no Onager. Berserker gang instead of chieftains. Interesting, but nice choice. Stefan is... Oh, I guess Stefan got a unique tech already, rather than Bracer. Scorpions are really doing a number on the champions though. And they're still going to be okay-ish against the cavalry archers because they do have quite a high pierce. Scorpions have 1 more pierce armor than mangonels. As far as I'm aware, this is a random fact that was brought to my attention at one point. And there we go, there's the Onager. You know it's going to make the difference. Cavalry archers are still just sniping all the berserks. GG call for Terror because he lost his castle. I mean, he then sort of treated this, but he has no stone. He already took his second stone. This is the main one, which is now exposed. Heavy scorpions, lots of villagers just chilling here. It's definitely an interesting one. Stefan is making his way in up here though, which is quite nice. It's always nice to have a little side attack as well. He has outposts all over the map. So what I would bring away from these games is that not only is Stefan that much better in Terror, but his ability to, especially in the late game, just go out onto the map, build an outpost, get the scouting in, attack from the side, which is it's a really high attention ability. As soon as you're able to do it though, your rating is going to absolutely rocket. As soon as you start considering moving out to the map, keeping the game going, if you have a slightly better late game civ, which of course I do believe Magyars definitely do, even assuming they don't have castles for the Hussar with the Heavy Cav Arch combo, they're still going to be very, very good. So that's a nice little move, especially as we saw Monjo coming in at the end. And that is